Hello, Ben Friedman, film critic for Highbrow Magazine, and today I am talking a documentary film directed by Sav Rodgers entitled Chasing Amy. And I want to just take us back to that moment when we're young and we find a movie that we just become obsessed with. It becomes an object of fascination. Maybe you quoted that movie on the playground, not knowing what the jokes meant, but just knowing they were deemed funny. That movie became something special and meant something special to you, and it helped you growing up. And then you get older and the reality happens that this movie that you love is deemed problematic by culture and society at large. That's where Sav Rodgers finds himself in making Chasing Amy. Sav Rodgers' documentary focuses in on 1997's Chasing Amy, directed by indie filmmaker Kevin Smith and starring Ben Affleck and Joey Lauren Adams. The film explores queerness in a way that mainstream Hollywood really wasn't doing, and it was deemed authentic at the time. As years have gone by, there has been questions about whether Kevin Smith could write this film and what this meant for LGBTQ representations, and if an artist like Smith had the right to tell a story like that. This is what Rodgers is interested in. And what he does so well is Chasing Amy follows the young filmmakers' conversations with not just the filmmakers involved with Chasing Amy and some of its stars, he also brings cultural critics writing about LGBTQ plus issues. Thus, it weaves in a tension to the narrative as it explores Sav Rodgers, the person, and Sav Rodgers, the artist. And Sav Rodgers himself is a huge fan of Kevin Smith. Thus, when he gets to talk to his hero director, you can see the two geeking out, and it makes for really authentic moments between the two. And you see how much Kevin Smith has influenced Sav Rodgers. But it never just focuses in on the earnest and sincere nature of this movie. There are softer moments, but they are also presented with the bitterness of reality. That reality being disgraced Miramax producer Harvey Weinstein, who was a key figure in Kevin Smith's biography. Weinstein being the producer on a lot of Kevin Smith's early films. Sav Rodgers captures both conversation with Kevin Smith about Harvey Weinstein and Joey Lauren Adams talking about Harvey Weinstein. And what's interesting about this is you get to see how their relationship differed and explores the gender politics of Hollywood through this. In doing so, the documentary offers explicit insight into the gender politics. And Adams' portion of the documentary is extremely interesting because she also talks about the challenges of being both star of Chasing Amy while also being Kevin Smith's muse at the time. It's a really emotional aspect of the movie. It is a testament to how good of a filmmaker Sav Rodgers is, as he is able to interview Adams in a way that makes her feel comfortable and is able to capture something about a movie that he loves and also acknowledging the challenges of this movie. Because as we know, art is not perfect, and as it ages, sometimes the cracks we can see in it as society passes those ideas that were once relevant and passes them by. And this very idea, as well as with the idea of love in the context of art, fascinates Rodgers. Rodgers focuses a good portion of this documentary, Chasing Amy, between him and his now wife, Riley, and their relationship is the heartbeat of this movie. As the production ages, we get to see these two age and their love mature and what that looks like and how they're able to support each other. It's a really sweet documentary, and it's an excellent exploration of indie cinema in 1990s, Kevin Smith's filmography, and LGBTQ representation in film. I highly recommend this documentary. Sav Rodgers is an extremely talented filmmaker, and I can't wait to see what he does next. Again, my name is Ben Friedman, film critic for Highbrow Magazine. Thank you all for watching.